is celebrating 6 years next week, April 24th, and we want you to be a part of the celebration. We're going to tell you a little bit more later sa ating programa. Pero bago yan, 6 years old ang Kababayan LA. Ito namang organization na to ay 40 years old. Congratulations are in order to Samahang Pilipino ng UCLA. Hello and welcome to Kababayan LA, Stephanie and James. Magandang hapon sa inyong dalawa. Let's talk about that. I know we discuss this every year. It's around this time when you celebrate your anniversary and UCLA PAA benefit dinner. But for those who probably weren't watching last year, what is UCLA PAA? What is Samahang Pilipino? And what are the goals?
Thank you, Janelle, for having us on the show today. So basically, Samahang Pilipino was started in 1972 by our four founders, Florente Ibanez, Casimir Tolentino, Jen Tolentino, and Sheila Nepal. And so basically, in 1972, the campus looked a lot different. There weren't very many Filipinos, so Samahang was really that way so Filipino could find each other on campus to have that sense of family away from home. And then really today, currently, Samahang Pilipino really addresses the 5 aspects of Filipino life at UCLA. So,
what are those 5 aspects?
So there's political, social, academic, cultural, and social.
Yeah. And what I'm finding out also is that, you know, being a Filipino immigrant, I moved here 8 years ago. The Filipino immigrant experience is so different from the Filipino-American experience. And we have a lot of viewers, a mix of viewers. And for those that are watching Filipino immigrants, what would you tell them is the distinct experience of the Filipino-Americans?
I think for Filipino Americans, it's always about just thinking of that there's very many different experiences. Some people have families that came here a long time ago. Some people are recent immigrants. Some people are Tago ng Tago. There's just all these different...
Tago ng Tago, yes, okay.
There's all these different experiences that go into being Filipino American. And what our organization really strives to do is to get everybody in a room together so we can share our stories, so we can learn from each other as we go along.
And that's what you've been doing in the last 40 years. What a special milestone. Tell us about that.
Right, so in the past 40 years, Samahang's really accomplished a lot at UCLA. So we like to take up a lot of various causes and issues in the community. For example, justice for Filipino-American veterans, affirmative action, Prop 29. And actually, this year, we're celebrating our 35th anniversary of our Samahang Pilipino Cultural Night. And also back in October for Filipino-American History Month, we had our first ever Filipino-American Film Festival.
So many milestones this year, but you mentioned Samahang Filipino Culture Night. I know that that's just one of the projects of Samahang Pilipino. James, would you like to tell us about the others? There's SPACE, there's SPEAR, there's SPGRAD. What are those?
Right. So SPACE stands for Samahang Filipino Advancing Community Empowerment. So they work with youth in the LA area going to high school and community college sites. SPEAR stands for Samahang Filipino Education and Retention, and they are counselors and staff members on campus that make sure that all our Filipinos on campus graduate, that we all are able to maintain our academic status at UCLA. PGRAD is our graduation that we do every year to celebrate the fact that we actually make it through this university, through this institution. And like you mentioned, SPCN, that's our biggest annual program. And
you're a recent graduate yourself. Congratulations. You know, I have no doubt Filipino Americans and Filipino students really excel in the education system here, right? And that's where UCLA PAA comes in, because we've got, or you've got, the students have got the academics covered. But then we were talking about this during the break, tuition fee increases, you know, every little bit helps. And that is what UCLA PAA does also for scholarships. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Right. So this is our annual benefit. So, you know, all the proceeds do go back to these scholarships that PAA gives out every year along with private donors. So we're really thankful for PAA, you know, teaming up with us as Samahang Pilipino to put on this annual event to, you know, give scholarships back to our community, make sure we're still in the university.
Right. $1,000 to how many students do we know? Is it 9?
It's around there, yeah.
Around there, okay.
One for each grade and specific areas of like leadership, re-admittance students, LGBT students, so different categories.
And they're not just raising funds at the benefit dinner this coming Saturday. They're also doing something very special to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Samahang Pilipino. James, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so the Filipino Alumni Association has a special presentation for us, and we have our own presentations as well. We're going to be getting together, like Steph mentioned earlier, the 4 original founders. We're going to have past boards and past leadership get together with our current boards and leadership so we can really bridge that gap between the different generations, get to know each other, and just to see what things were like then and now.
And the best thing is it's going to be one family, isang pamilya, which is actually the theme of the event. We showed you the details early on. That's the website on the screen if you want more information. Thank you so much, More Power. Congratulations and happy anniversary. We'll be back with Rashawn Fagan of Dancing with the Stars. Don't go away.